guys, and welcome back to another day, another vlog. And yeah, this one I'm kind of really excited about actually. So we are going to see the gig of Hitsujibungaku, a band usually kind of a little bit out of my sort of genre of appreciation, maybe a little bit you would say. But this is a band that that's been requested an awful lot on the channel, in my Discord. There's a lot of people that really like them, and I gotta say it's a band that's kind of taken a little bit of a I've taken a little bit of a liking to. They've grown on me. And now I'm going to see them live. So we're in London again, and yeah, I'm really excited about this one. So this is something really different. As you guys probably know, I've done a couple of gig vlogs now. I really enjoy doing these videos. These are the type of videos that I really enjoy because, you know, not only do they let me see the bands that you guys suggest to me, but it's a way to interact with you guys, a way to see the bands and enjoy the music that we get to see here in the UK. And this is I've seen loads of gigs going from like Baby Metal, Love Bites. We got Hanabiya as well coming up soon. So this is a little bit sort of out of that range, you know, a little bit outside that genre, a little bit. With something a little bit more mellow, more laid back, softer in approach, more of the J-pop sort of genre a little bit. But that's the thing that gets me excited. And I'm kind of like really optimistic, really sort of excited for this one because it's a little bit, I mean, I'm wearing an Unlucky Morpheus shirt here, which kind of shows you kind of like the genre of music I gravitate towards. But I'm really looking forward to seeing sort of how this gig pans out, you know? It's going to be way more mellow. It's going to be way more dramatic, hopefully more intense as well. Maybe a different sort of vibe, a different type of emotion, a different type of crowd, a different type of people. And having listened to their new album, which I am going to do a separate review on that one, so you know, look out for that. And I've really been enjoying them. I've been really enjoying them a lot. The sounds, the way that their music gravitates, it's fun, but in a really kind of cool sort of J-pop, maybe even sort of J-indie kind of way. And it's just a band I've taken a liking to, so much so that again, big thank you to my subscribers here. I had an offer and I was like, hey Neon, we're going to see this band, would you like to come? And I got the offer and I was like, I would love to go and see them. So yeah, big thank you to Mr. Trick, to Christopher, and everybody else in the Discord, that Mr. Loon as well. Everybody that sort of like introduced me to the band, because it's you guys. This for me is a band which is more community based, you know. This is a band that I naturally probably wouldn't have gravitated towards myself, but over time, because of the requests, because of the people in my Discord, because of the community, you guys have guided me, held my hand a little bit, pushed me, you know, in a different direction, and I've really appreciated it, and I've really kind of grown fond and grown to like him. So I'm excited for this gig in the sense of I kind of don't know what to expect. This is a little bit, this is going to be a little bit softer, a little bit more, again, lighter, mellower than I'm kind of used to when it goes to a gig. I am a very frantic person. I love mosh pits. I love high energy. And that is not what Hitsujibungaku is, you know? This is going to be something else. This is going to be like a different entity entirely. And I'm kind of hyped for it. I'm going to be honest. I don't know how it's going to resonate on the night, but I'm kind of looking forward to the vibe, looking forward to how it plays, kind of seeing what the crowd is like. This is a different sort of opportunity. Like, even though I was in Japan, and again, I got more Japan vlogs sort of incoming. I got so much content incoming. So if you here, click subscribe and smash a like on this video. I'd appreciate it. But even then, when I was in Japan, I went for high octane, sort of more fast paced bands. So this is something. This is a little bit of an oddity, actually. Like a band like Hitsujibungaku, I would never have guessed that they would have been popular enough to even tour in the UK. I'm going to be completely honest. And I'm really glad they are. I'm very interested to see what the turnout is for this, like who's going to be there, like what the audience is going to be like. I have so many questions, or sort of like my preconceived notion of what these type of bands in the UK is going to be like. So I'm just kind of hyped. I'm just kind of like ecstatic to see what it is I'm going to be jumping into, because I have absolutely no idea. But that's the most exciting part, you know. That's the exciting thing of coming into this one. So I'm really kind of looking forward to it. I'm sure we'll do the vlog of obviously walking into the gig. I'm going to try and capture as much footage as I can. That's the one good thing about being in the UK is we can record. Although I tend not to record too much. I try to do it in like 10 30-second bursts, because I also want to enjoy the experience and give you guys, you know, my full attention at the end of the gig, not just record the whole damn thing. I try not to do that. But I'm excited for this one. The new album has been great. Again, I don't want to get too much into that into this video, because I'm going to do a review video that's going to hopefully be dropping soon in the next couple of days. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for this one. I'm excited to see where it goes. Just excited to be in the experience of this one. Excited to see kind of like how the tone of the night is, how they carry themselves on stage. There's a lot to look forward to here, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. So stay tuned. Enjoy the vlog. I really appreciate everybody who clicks on this video. I enjoy making these videos way more than doing the reactions. This is something I'm really passionate about. So thank you everybody for joining, and enjoy the rest of the vlog. I'll see you guys at the end. Hello guys, and we're back again, and we're in the line for Hitsujibungaku, which I'm really excited about. So got Mr. Trick here, and yeah, we've got a bit of a line. It is we can't really see it right now because it's right at the corner, but fairly excited. So we're lining up, and yeah, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the gig, a little bit in there, see what it's like. Hopefully we're trying to get around the front. I think we're fairly close, so hopefully we should get a good view, good sort of footage on this one, and yeah, I'll show you when we're in there. Oh guys, and we're back. So we just got into the gig, and we just been to the merch store. Chris got a CD Blu-ray. I believe Mr. Trick got the CD Blu-ray as well, and the shirt. And Mr. Jeremy as well also got a t-shirt as well.
Yeah, got one t-shirt. Julian. Yeah.
Julian, sorry.
Don't call me Jeremy, that's Clarkson!
Clarkson! So that's it. That's one less subscriber today. So yeah, we're here. We're not too far from the stage actually, so we've got a pretty good view. And yeah, we'll try and get some bits and bobs. As always, I try to capture a little bit of the footage without sort of overdoing it, because I like to enjoy the experience as well. I'll give you my thoughts and opinions, sort of like kind of a mini review at the end. And then obviously, once I get home, after sort of the adrenaline has washed away a little bit, I'll give you a little bit more of a sit down, a little bit of talk through it and stuff. So sit back, enjoy. If you've watched the vlog so far, now's the time to hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. And yeah, just enjoy the footage, and I'll see you at the end. Woo!
As you push me up against the wall, I look me in the eyes, you put your hands around my neck, and you put mine between your thighs. And I'm not normally known for good decisions. Oh, I struggle to choose between impulse and intuition. On the one hand, we've been through so much, using you would hurt, but on the other hand, you're already burned in your shirt. And I got a long list of silly mistakes. I'm getting the sense that I'll be writing your name, trying my best to get you out of my brain. Oh, oh, oh.
channel. We just finished the gig. They were on that stage for about an hour and a half. We've just finished. I got my wonderful guests here who we're going to speak to. I'm going to give my initial thoughts. My phone is on the chart at 6% at the minute, so this is going to be one of the quickest after gig review docs I've ever done. Yeah, I don't know what happened. My phone just got swamped recording these things. Initial thoughts. I actually thought that this was one of the best actually sounding gigs I've been to in a long time. Actually, really slow. Probably one of the most polite. This is probably the politest British gig I've ever been to in this country, and not saying something by a country mile. It was kind of so surreal, so mellow. The voice again came across absolutely perfect. Sound absolutely perfect. Great performance. They actually didn't interact with the crowd for a fair bit until actually about halfway through the set, and then they spoke. Kind of warmed the crowd up. Actually, I was kind of worried. I was like halfway through it, I was kind of like, are they going to talk to the crowd like at all? But they did eventually. They did not play my favourite song, Shaun the Sheep. They did not play Shaun the Sheep. Boo, yeah. This man did a sheep noise in the middle of the thing, made the whole freaking gig laugh. So I was like simultaneously happy, but also like, I don't know him. But I am going to talk to a few guests. I am going to do it quickly. We're going to go through one by one and just ask them how the gig was. So, Mr. Christopher.
Yes, sir.
How did you discover Hitsu? Like, first of all, how did you come across it?
Discord.
Discord? My Discord?
Probably.
No, he wants to say somebody else's, but he's like, it's alright, I'm an idiot. What was your favourite song tonight from the gig?
So they did a remix of More Than Words that only come out yesterday.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 for that one? And what did you think of the gig as a whole?
7 out of 10.
7 out of 10?
Right.
Oh, okay. Why 7? Why not higher?
Baby Metal and Bandmaids are just
bit more energetic.
More, yeah.
Oh, fair enough. That's cool. It was definitely more of a laid back atmosphere for this gig, wasn't it?
Yeah. Really beautiful. I would go again.
You would go again?
Don't get
I
me
totally
wrong,
would
I'll
as
go
well. So we got Julian. I said his name right this time.
Absolutely, yes. I'm not Jeremy.
We're calling him Jeremy all night. I'm so sorry. But this is Julian.
Forgiven.
How did you find out about Hitsu? How did you come across them?
Believe it or not, Shaun the Sheep first.
Shaun the Sheep.
Yeah, and then spread out from there. And once I knew they actually had a concert, it was brilliant. I wanted to come.
Yeah.
How did I find it? 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think at the beginning it was a little bit sort of not lackluster, but the crowd weren't into it. But actually it got better and better as it went on. And it was great fun at the end.
All right, nice one. Thank you for that one. Did you? What do you think of the latest album, by the way? Did you have a chance to listen to it?
I haven't had a chance to
You've
listen
not
to it.
had the
I'm
chance
going to get a bite and get it.
You're going to go and buy it now?
Yeah,
Fair
absolutely.
enough. So, and then the last one is Mr. Trick.
Hi gang.
Hello, a regular guest on the channel. What did you think of the gig?
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, really good. Yeah.
What was your kind of like favourite part, favourite song?
1999 always gets me quite emotional.
Yeah.
Last time I heard it, when they did it live, I cried. So I didn't quite do that this time, but yeah, it's a great performance.
What did you think of the gig and the atmosphere as a whole?
Yeah, it's really good actually. Yeah, it's nice to see the crowd. I had good view of the crowd, and they seem to be popping along. So I enjoyed that.
I enjoyed that as well, and I kind of agree. It was like the first gig I've ever been to where everybody was quite mellow, everybody was quite relaxed.
But it's that kind of music.
Yeah,
I think,
no pushing and shoving. It was just everybody was just vibing. To
yeah, just chilling a bit as well.
So I'm going to give some more thoughts. So once I get back, some positive, probably some negative as well. That will be at the end of the video once I've had like a bit of time to chill and stuff. Like I said, my phone is on dire here, so I could get cut off at any time. But I want to say a big thank you. Thank you for everybody as well that supports the channel, that helps do these. I know that you guys enjoy the vlogs and I enjoy doing them as well. So yeah, skip to me in the future. Amazing editing going on right now. Boom! Look at that. It is me from the future, or the past technically as you're watching this. But yeah, let's not get into that. But yeah, again, absolutely amazing gig. I've had a couple of hours, like 24 hours, to kind of like stew over it a little bit more, kind of like get my thoughts and opinion, kind of like watch the footage back a little bit, kind of like remind myself of like some of the things that went on. Yeah, the gig was incredible. Again, it was probably one of the most best sounding gigs I've ever been to. Like, they took a hell of a long time, which I'm going to come on to setting the gig up. But it was incredible sounding. The atmosphere was brilliant. It took a while for them to warm up to the crowd. I think, and I don't know whether or not it was like just nervousness on their part, or or what. I'm not too sure. But it definitely took the girls, you know, a couple of songs to kind of like really get into it until they started interacting with the crowd. You could see it in their body movements where they were pretty stiff at the beginning, but starting to move around a little bit more towards the end, about halfway through, once they kind of like gained that confidence and the crowd was, you know, pumped up a little bit more and receiving back. But I am going to start back from the beginning. The opening acts, they were actually really good. I think it was a case of the first guy, Benny, I believe his name was. I'll have it corrected somewhere or edited by now for his name, so I apologize. But I actually thought he was a really decent act. It was maybe a case of maybe like read the room a little bit, read your audience. I think a lot of people, like, maybe not the type of artist that they were hoping for an opening act, but I think he did a really stellar job. I think one of the downsides to this gig, and I'll probably try and get the negatives sort of out of the way a little bit. Actually, you know what? I'll go on to the second act, actually. So we had him first, and then we had a DJ second, which was obviously the remixed song of Hitsu that literally just came out a couple of days ago. So she was on stage, and that was a really nice surprise, but she only did the one song, and like, as good as it was to see live, it was one of those where I was like, you could have just played it over the speakers and it would have had the same effect. But I think the major downside to this gig from the off, which is not any fault of the bands themselves or the artists, was the setup time. Like, we queued up at 6, which was on us. Doors opened at 7, and it was like 45 minutes to an hour till the opening act. And then he came on, and his set was really short. He did like 25 minutes, 20 minutes, if that. Then it was another half an hour wait. Then the DJ came on, did a one song, and then it was another 30-minute, 45-minute wait until Hitsu came on. So like many people in the crowd had been standing in the same spot for like coming up to 3.5 hours at that point, and you could kind of tell a little bit the tone of the crowd was a little bit antsy, and I don't blame them. My knees were gone before Hitsu even came on stage, because there was just a lot of people just stood there for what felt like an eternity. I've never been to a venue before where you just stood there for like what is essentially 2.5 hours, like waiting for the main act to come on, with pauses. It's like such massively long pauses. Like usually when you get some acts on, even if you get like a warm-up act or two warm-up acts, it's usually they come on, you have a 10-15 minute break, then the other act comes on, 10-15 minute break, and then the main act comes on, or you might have a little bit of a half an hour wait, and then the main act comes on. So the times are really good, but this one was just like wait, act, massive wait, one song act, and a huge ass wait after that. So yeah, I don't know what was going on. It could have been like obviously sound difficulties or technical difficulties, just making sure everything was perfect. And in the end, the sound quality was amazing, but it did put I would say a small amount of a dampener on the gig as a whole when Hitsu first came onto the stage a little bit, because everybody at that point was just a little bit impatient, a little bit assy when they came on stage, just because of the weight. It was quite substantial. But again, I don't feel like that's the artist's fault. That's not Hitsu's fault. That's a combination of just a little bit of poor organization. The venue as well, maybe the sound checks. I don't know. The equipment checks, what goes on. I know you'd rather want a good sounding gig than a shit one. So, take all the time you need. But yeah, there is a certain point where like some of the crowd were just a bit like taking the piss a bit now. But anyway, that's the negatives of this show out the way, to be honest. It just felt like an eternity. But yeah, Hitsu came on. They didn't even acknowledge the crowd when they came on. They came on, jumped straight into a song. What I noticed as well with the set list here is they started off with like some of their really slow songs first, which I thought was a bit of an odd choice, because you usually want to come out and sort of like, yay, do like a frantic song, get the crowd hyped early. And Hitsu did the complete opposite. They came out, did like 3 slow songs back to back to back. Like they're slow, like they're already like not a massively fast-paced band, but they intentionally got their slow songs out the way first. So it felt like a bit of a slow burner, like, and they didn't acknowledge the crowd. They just came out, started playing, like no hello or anything like that. Like, how's everybody doing? I know obviously might be a language barrier there, but there wasn't even a smile. They just came out and started playing. I was a bit like, oh, okay, that's a bit of a thing. And to start off with some of your slower songs first, I was kind of like, that's a bit of an odd choice. And I feel like it took them a little bit of a time to warm up to this to the crowd, and I think it took the crowd a little bit of time to warm up to them. So yeah, maybe a poor song choice to like start that gig up a little bit, but other than that, like the performances of the girls, absolutely incredible. Voices, incredible. Sound, incredible. You could tell as well when they eventually did interact with the crowd. Bit of a language barrier, you kind of expect that, but at the same time, it seemed to loosen them up. There was a point. It was like at some point in this gig, the penny dropped, and it was like all that weight off their shoulders had just suddenly disappeared, and they started to get more confident, move around the stage a little bit more. The faster paced songs helped. A few guitar solos. The crowd started to be able to chant and start clapping at certain parts as well, which I thought it was really good. Hitsu is sort of that genre where it's not metal, it's not rock per se, so there's not a lot going on with the crowd as well at the same time. Like there's a lot of people there that want to support them, because it's an odd thing being at a gig where you're kind of stood there and not doing anything. It feels like really impolite just to be stood there watching the gig. So there was a lot of people trying to get something going, and I think that helped, in the long run. But there was also like a large quantity of this crowd that came just to chill out, just to be mellow, just to enjoy the gig. I was really impressed with the turnout of the crowd. It wasn't like the biggest crowd in the world. I think it was about 2,000 people there, but the variation of the people of the crowd, there were people that were really old, people that were really young, different ethnicities as well, scattered all over the place. There was couples there just going to this gig. I thought that was really nice, just like a chilled out special time with your other half if you're into Hitsu. There was a lot going on. There wasn't. I would actually say that Hitsu was actually probably leaning more towards a younger audience rather than an older one, which is not always the case. I feel like when I've seen a lot of Japanese bands, when I go to see like Big Metal or Love Bites or any of these other Japanese bands, I always feel like the audience is a little bit more varied in age, but this one definitely seemed to be a little bit younger, a lot more youthful people, probably just that type of genre. I think that resonates with a lot of people of a younger age, maybe when they're doing like their university work and doing their dissertations, just to have that like Hitsu in the background. I think will probably one of those bands where they can get a lot of work done and really kind of vibe to the music as well, really chill out and de-stress. So yeah, it definitely felt like a more of a sort of younger, but there was, like I said, there were a lot of people of varying ages there as well, but I definitely lean more towards that. But I was impressed with the turnout, the turnout, the amount of people that were there, the amount of people that were really into Hitsu as well. So varied. It was really nice to see. The place was packed, which was good. I wouldn't say overly packed, but it was pretty full. It was pretty full. It was probably I'd say about 80 to 90%, of probably what you could get in there. You could definitely shove another 200, 300 people in there probably, and it would get a bit more crammed. But it was a nice gig where everybody had a bit of space in the crowd. No one was like jammed up together. Wasn't getting elbowed in the ribs or anything like that. You had a bit of space to move your arms and to use your foot. Trying to record a bit of the footage and that. But they were brave. They were breathtaking. Like I said, it felt like two different concerts a little bit. The first half, a little bit slow, a little bit more calculated. Again, the girls trying to work up. And the second half was a lot more better. The crowd got a little bit more interactive. The girls seemed to loosen up as well. A few more smiles, a few more talking to the crowd. Again, I feel like the set list was probably done intentionally, where the slower songs of the first half of the concert sort of kind of get them out of the way. And then the sort of the more faster tempo songs for the second half of the set. And that kind of really showed kind of towards, I say faster tempo songs, like Hitsu aren't exactly known for 200 beats per second, per minute or anything like that songs, but there was definitely a strategic choice there for this one. But all in all, I really enjoyed them. I hope that they come to the UK again. I hope that they enjoy their experience, and I feel like this is a good sort of trial run for all these different sort of Japanese bands probably coming to London and Europe as a whole, that they do have an audience here, and that there are people that are really interested in this kind of genre and stuff. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you were there at the gig. What were your initial thoughts? I thought it was pretty solid. I'd probably give it like the gig probably a good solid 8 out of 10. I thought it was really decent, probably marred by things out of the band's control a little bit, to be honest. But I would be a fool to just ignore it, and I try to give these reviews just not only based on the band, but the venue and the crowd and as a whole, so I can give you guys a proper, truthful sort of reviewing of what you guys might expect if you decide to pick up some tickets and stuff. I think for a lot of people, you won't be disappointed. It's definitely one of those awesome sort of nights out where you can just chill and vibe, and you feel good going in. It was nice coming out of the gig for once where I wasn't covered in sweat, drenched in sweat and out of breath and sweating because it's so hot and everybody's crushing into you. It was a really nice night out. Gutted that they didn't play Shaun the Sheep. It was quite funny actually. They had the encore where the crowd was like, "Come on, encore, right? Encore, right? One more song." And then they came out, did a few more as well, and a lot of people were shouting for Shaun of the Sheep. Like if you're gonna play Shaun of the Sheep, you play it in England. I mean, I was really hoping they'd play that. I was like, how could you not play Shaun of the Sheep in England? Come on. But other than that, I thought they were really solid. I think they really enjoyed it. If you were at the gig, again, let me know your experiences down below in the comments. I'd really like to know your thoughts as well and what you guys thought. Or if you've seen Hitsu at any other venues in the UK or in Europe and stuff. Again, let me know what you thought. I thought it was really solid. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I was hoping for it to be under half an hour, but I've probably gone over that. So, but enjoy it. Thank you so much, guys, for the support and the love for these vlogs. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on the channel next time. Enjoy. Bye, guys.